What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I am so excited to be back. I went to the doctor today and I lost, drum roll, 7 pounds. Okay, I'm excited. And I celebrated by going to the gym and burning like 800 calories. So I will be back at the doctor in about 30 days. So get another weight as well. On a journey, losing the weight, getting the weight together. And I was excited. I was nervous. I have definitely been on this journey, this weight loss journey. I don't eat heavy during the day. I ate like a sandwich, drank me like a Gatorade. I've literally just detoxed from all of that type of food that I used to eat and going to the restaurant every day, getting fried chicken and baby back ribs. So I'm excited to be on this workout journey, and I was able to stream the conversation with my doctor. We streamed it on Stationhead, and I love it. Okay, I love it. It was amazing. The doctor was happy. I was happy. So I told her, let me come back in 30 days and revisit that as well when we do the weight. And I'm burning, sweat every day. I'm in the gym. And the gym heavy, like every day, for an hour on a treadmill. Just sometimes I lift, and I'm just on this journey of just weight journey. And I always tell people, this is a lifestyle. It did not take me overnight to gain the weight. So it took time to get the weight gained. So you must have time to have the weight to come off. It's a process. It was a process to gain the weight, and it will be a process to lose the weight. This is like the best time in my life that I feel when I go in the gym every single day. And I'm seeing like the same people that are serious every day. It's a guy every day have on a vest, and he's there working out every single day. We give each other a greeting every single day. And also I got our apartment cleaned. Shout out to what was that, Georgiana, for cleaning our apartment, because we have guests that's coming over next week, later on this week. And she did a really good job vacuuming. She washed the dishes. She cleaned the my restroom, vacuum, and then also she said, if you decide to promote my business, I will clean your apartment for free. So excited. So we will give you an update on that. And I just found this cleaning place, and I was like, okay, let me see how this cleaning place is, the name of it, because I saw it on Instagram. And I said, hey, let's see. And it's called Dazzy. Is it Dazzy? Cleaners, Dazzling Cleaning. So I just did it for the first time, and it was great. And so the Georgiana, when she was cleaning, I was just doing my show. And I was talking to my producers about trans women and biological women. So she was listening to my show, and she said, "Oh my God, I love your show. I'm gonna have to subscribe." And she said, "If you promote my business, I will, clean your apartment for free." So of course, I'm gonna give her 5 stars. She did an amazing job. I mean, it looked nice. I mean, just so amazing. And like I said, she said she will hang up the clothes. So it's a lot of stuff we won't have her doing, but I'm excited. And like my apartment is so small, it's a little like a living room, got the kitchen, bedroom, and the restroom. There is not that much space, so it's not a lot to clean. So I appreciate that because we have some guests that's going to be joining us for an interview, and I wanted my apartment to be, get rid of fresh, And I said the last time I said about a cleaning, somebody went on a station head show and had something to say about it. I'm like, I don't care. I share what I share to my audience. This is what I share to my audience. And I said, audience, this is what I want to do to keep the apartment clean. Okay. And of course, when I promote her business, I'm still going to give her a tip like I always do. I give people tips and stuff. And I only have a person come like twice a month, to really come into the place like twice a month to clean it. Because I do have guests, coming in because I have interviews booked and having people come into the show. I can't wait. Definitely, I always give a tip. Even to my barber, I give a tip. Like I always tip. Like Grubhub tip, Uber tip. Like anytime I'm using a service, they always get a tip. Whether it's $3, $4, $5, $10, they always get a tip from me. Now I have not always been a tipster. Oh man, baby, let me tell you. I used to go to Applebee's and eat and $50 bill and won't leave a tip. And so I was eating with my cousin one day. We was in Applebee's. We were eating and he was leaving a tip. And I said, you leaving too much. So I took it. I said, I'm going to use this for gas money. He said, that's a shame. So I started tipping. And so I now, if you give me grace, or even if it's subpar or a subpar service, I still will leave a tip. All right. And when you tip, blessings come your way. Like I said, I haven't always been a tipster. It took me to get in my 30s to tip. Even when I took Chicago Bay out to a restaurant, I gave the waitress a tip. Even though the bill was like $100 and some odd dollars, you feed it to people, I gave a tip. Always, I am a tipster now, but I haven't always been a tipster. No, haven't always been that way. I was the type of brother would jack it up and won't leave a dollar. And I would say the tip is don't walk in traffic, or I will tell a little jokey joke. And so I love doing it now. Tipster, I give offering to church. Like right now, since I got paid, I'm gonna send my offering to the Transformation Center of Chicago, because when you bless others, you will return get those blessings. And I have my vision board. She was looking at my vision board, and I really, really loved it. It was amazing to have that. And when I came to my apartment, I felt so much better. I could read. When you get that clutter, sometimes you invest, and some people do clean it themselves, even though I clean my apartment. But I don't mind, offering someone to come clean it, because, like I said, I'm auditioning of being rich. Okay. And I was telling my station head people, hey, I go to the bank and I deposit $1. And I went to the bank today, and I have a friend I get on with, and she said, you be depositing 50 cents in the bank? I said, yes. If I find 50 cents, I found $1, and I went and I deposited, because I said that adds up. If you go into the bank every day making deposits, that adds up then versus going there making withdrawals. Okay. I did that. I go in that bank and they be looking at me weird. This 75 cents. That is money. Okay. And I'm not rich, nowhere near being rich. All right. But I would deposit in a sec. I would stand in that line. How much you want to part? 4 quarters. How much do you want to deposit? $3 in quarters. And I do it with a smile on my face. Do it with a smile on my face. I don't play no game. I go there and I would deposit it with a smile on my face. And I know people say, why you go? I'm going to tell you how I do it. I get in that line. I stand up. I have my 4 quarter. Okay, let me get an example. Right now, I got about 20 cents. I got, hold on, 5, 10, 15, 2, 5, 25 cents. I stand in that line patiently, walk up to the counter. How much you going to buy? 25 cents with a smile on my face. How much do you want to deposit? 25 cents. Because one day I'm going to be able to deposit millions. But until then, take the 25 cents. Because I'm conditioning my mind of depositing money in the bank. Like I be looking at houses I can't afford. Sometimes I get out the car and I touch the property and I see my vision of me living in this property. So that is what I do. I get out of the car and I touch it and I see the vision of me there with my beautiful family. I am a vision person. Okay? I'm all about manifestation. I put it on my vision board. Now, this is my vision board. Okay? Now, right now, I put in these my goals. This is what I call a vision board. Go reach 30,000 subscribers. We reached that. I put in this and I said, I will have 20,000 in my bank account. We ain't nowhere near that. And then I put write jokes for stand-up comedy. I'm working on that. And so I want to show this. I know some people say, don't show it. I'm going to show it, okay? Show an example. And then I put in there, lose weight. We going on that. So I don't mind showing you the vision board to people that are out there, and I write it down. I don't put pictures and all that. I just write it down, and I see it every day. Now, mind you, this was hidden somewhere, and then I found it, and I said, oh, my gosh, I reached the 30,000 right then and there. Okay? And I said, I will have 20,000 in my bank account. We ain't nowhere near that. And I said, write jokes for the stand-up comedy. We in the position of doing that, and then lose weight. Let me make sure I put that L so you can see that L. Okay? So this is what we're working on. And I know some people say, don't show your vision board. Don't do this. But I'm showing it to help the next person because I'm getting closer. I lost 7 pounds. And this is it. This is like I call my vision Bible. And I look at it every day. Every day, it is right in my visual vision on my whiteboard. And it's right there. We reached the 30,000. Now I'm going to put, let me erase it. Hold on. I'm going to say reach. Cross that out. Reach 50,000 subs. Put 50,000 because we at the 30,000. Okay, so that is what it is, and I'm so happy that we are doing that. I see it in my peripheral vision. You know, in the corner of your eye. How do you say it? If anybody know how to pronounce the word, call in and let me know. And that or the corner of my eye, I see it right then and there. Okay, so I make it plain. This is my prayer. I want to have money, so I made it specific because I want money to help people. Not only myself, but to help my loved ones, my granny and others. And so I put it in there as well. So that is my board. As you all can see, I put it right there. And I love the fact that it's on my board. And I shared it right then and there. And I love it. And I honor it that we are there doing that as well. And I'm on the journey. I don't want to go to the hospital and get work done to my body like Jason Lee. I don't want to go under the knife. I want to do this naturally. I'm a natural person. I'm a naturalist. I don't like to take pain pills, all that. I'm a natural person. I like to go feel, you know what I'm saying? I don't like all that pain pills and stuff like that. But I'm natural. And so I'm going to speak it when it comes to like lifting weight. I love going to the gym, working out, making it part of my existence. It's my lifestyle. I have a schedule. I have a routine. Wake up in the morning, shower, now adding in my routine, like reading my book. Give me a second. This book, I want to finally finish reading this book. I am on chapter, what chapter I'm on in this book? I am on chapter 24. I'm going to add this to my routine. She wrote, I'm glad my mom died. And it's an awesome book about a childhood, superstar, Janetta McCurdy, or that's how you pronounce her name. And I bought this book, and I'm on chapter 24, and I'm adding to my routine reading a book. I love reading, and I honor that as well. So we add this in the book, and then of course we read this book as well. This Billy Porter, Unprotected. This is a good book, and you women, I'm gonna say it while I'm holding up this book, Billy Porter book. And if I ever sit down with him, I would love to talk to him about his book that he wrote about his life. Women, you got to be careful who you bring in your house, because that person could be coming after your son and be interested in your son and not you. Okay? So this book is saying something because he was touched as a young boy. It reminded me of Levante when Larry Reed touched Levante. And so when I read the book, I immediately went to how Levante was feeling, because I know if Levante wrote a story, it will be, I was touched by my pastor. And like I tell you, I'm going to say it out openly. Levante, write you a book. Put it in a book. It will sell a lot of copies. You need to share your story in a book, how Larry violated you, and put it in a book. Put your picture on there. It could be self-published. You can come on the Wiley Show, and you're more than welcome to get into it. But I do have to say allegedly, because he ain't gonna sue nobody. But you have to say allegedly. It's already my lawyer said we have to keep saying that Larry Reed allegations of being a pedo have already been in public domain. It's public. It's out there in the public. I didn't create this. Tasha K interviewed Levante. The other guy that got sued by Larry Reed is out. It's in public domain. All right. And according to Levante, Larry Reed is a pedo, and he violated that child when he was underage. And so it's all in public domain. So if he gonna sue, you need to sue Levante. You can add me to the suit, but suing me and not Levante, it's not gonna make sense, because I'm gonna use what Levante words or what he wrote and what he said on Tasha K. And this book was amazing. And so when I used to work overnights at my job, all I used to do is read. It's another book that I want to bring up. I want to talk about. Give me a second, y'all. We live. Do I have that book over here? Hold on. It's another book I want to talk about. Y'all bear with me, okay? Hold on one second. It's another book that I want to bring up that I read. And God, I'm letting the Spirit lead me in this, because let it read. I remember I read this book 2 days. I read this book written by Rayshawn, DJ Envy, and Gia. This book was good. I read this in 2 days. This book was amazing. And one of my favorite parts of this book, and I read where Gia, if I'm saying her name right, she got high. I think she ate some edibles. And while she was eating the edibles, she got real high and like paranoid. She was crying. She was in her pajamas, went to the store in her pajamas. And it was extremely funny. And I read it, and it was amazing how, she had to explain to DJ Envy he wasn't good in bed. And so I'm always reminded of that, and how in the early years, in the marriage for a while, he wasn't hitting it right. And a lot of women, don't know how to tell their partner that, hey, babe, you ain't hitting it right. I haven't reached an orgasm in such a long time. So a lot of women, unfortunately, the men reach the orgasm, but a lot of women, rarely, if you ask them when the last time you reached orgasm with your mate, some would say never, right? Man, we come, but you got to make sure that the woman come. You got to make sure she come. So a lot of times, we as men have to do a better job to make sure our women get to come and reach orgasm as well. So this book, it really teaches you something. It's a roadmap of a relationship. They've been knowing each other for years. I didn't even know DJ Envy was in a mental hospital. Then he escaped out of the mental hospital. It's some tea in this book, and I highly suggest it. The real life, real love. And I admire that, for him being a broke DJ to being a one of the leaders in real estate. And I love it so well. We have been sending emails, and I'm asking my fans, my supporters, if you can reach out to DJ Envy and to him. We would love to get DJ Envy on our show, because one thing that I've noticed, that it is power in numbers. Like, reach out to DJ Envy, hit him up in the DM, reach out to an email. All of the people, reach out. We would love to get the people that I read their book. I would love to have a sit down conversation with them. And I put this towards my routine. And I sit down. I will tell you, when I used to go to work, I used to work over, and I was a worker. So I used to go in, check on my residents. When I come in at 10 o'clock, check on them, make sure they're good and change. So they won't be hitting their light until about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Change the people again, then I'll go back and read. After I do a first change, I'm reading my book. Do a second change, reading my book. The last change is going to be about 2:30, 3 o'clock, or 3:30 to like 4, because you have to change a lot of people. And then by the time, and I sit back down, I read my book every time. And it was no complaint. They will always say, Wiley answer his call lights, and he sit down, he reads his book. He don't sleep. I sit and I read my book. That is what I do. And so we would definitely do that. And we definitely would get them on the show. And one day we will have these people on the show. And I learned this skill set from Oprah. Oprah, I love when she did the Oprah Book Club, even though some of the book picks that she picked were trash. But I admire the fact that she read the book and she get the guests and she talk to the guests on the show. I love that. Okay, it's an amazing feeling when you can sit down with the guests and y'all can talk about the book. I love that. So I've learned that from Oprah. And so that is what I'm doing as well, reading the book, studying the book, so I can interview the guests on my show. That's my goal. And I read so many other books in here. I could just go on and on and on about the books. I have books everywhere, and I love it. And like, whenever I move into my house, because I'm gonna be a homeowner, it's gonna be a room dedicated. It's like my library, my own library, named after me. And I'm gonna have like books there, and as well, like my children, they're gonna have to be they gotta be reading a book every night. Every night. All right. Woo! And already some of y'all have been buying this book. Y'all been like, Wiley, where can I buy this book? It's on Amazon. And I'm promoting these books for free since I can put YouTubers on. I'm going to put some authors on. This book is written by Danny Boy Stewart. And many of y'all was like, Wiley, what was that book you were talking about, Danny Boy? Where is it located? I said, it is on Amazon. You type it in and you get to get the book. And it's not that much. Like I said, it's a good copy. Somebody actually give me this copy as well. And so it definitely is good. Okay. Love it. Good read. And I will never forget when he was talking about for that as well. And when he talked about his grandmother. And it broke me in tears because he's from the west side of Chicago. When he talked about how he lost his grandmother when he was on her deathbed. And I remember when my grandmother told me, she was sitting down and she was saying, oh my gosh, I won't be here to see them grow up to be grown women. I'll be gone. And it almost made me drop a tear. I was like, oh my gosh, grandmother. I like when she talked like that. I won't be here when she was talking about my nieces. When y'all become women, I'll be gone. I thought I almost broke down in tears. And so him saying about his grandmother had me almost break down in tears. So that's why that's why I go as much. And I'm glad I moved back to Chicago to spend as much time with my grandmother and accumulate the memories with my grandmother. And so, yeah, so that's the book. Is on Amazon, and I love it. And so it's just amazing of it as well. Give me a second. Let me see. There's another book. Hold on 1 second. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll bring that up. All right. So let's get into the topic. I had to do an opening. And y'all get mad. Wiley just be doing his opening. I mean, they trashed me and they trashed another blogger. I read y'all comments. One of the comments is so funny when y'all leave comments. Wiley, he just be rambling his intro. And another blogger, they just play their music over and over and over. I said, okay, when it's a live show, it's live. You can't fast forward doing a live. Now, doing a replay, you can, but doing a live, it's live. That's why I put everything I want to talk about in a live video. All right. So let's get it, because I do read, I read those comments. I read the comments all the time. He just be rambling. And then another comment is that he don't like women. I read all type of comments all over in the comments. I read them. I like all. I never respond to the comment. I say I'll wait till my show, but I read mostly comments. I take my time and I go down the timeline and I read those comments and I tell y'all, it goes in. Then y'all leave a comment. He get to the T at the 35-minute mark. I read those comments as well. But this is the show, and we have the show. So let's get it. I have to read the comments. Now, it doesn't bother me in the comments because it doesn't bother me at all. Now, on my IG, you will be blocked if you leave a disrespectful comment. I blocked a lot of people on my IG. But on my YouTube, if you do not use profanity, your comment stays. And I would like it if I have time. But on my IG, if you get out of pocket, you just be blocked on my IG. All right? I will block you in a second on IG. But on YouTube, as long as you're not using profanity, you can get it, click it. I will click the like. Sometimes I go and I click, and sometimes I will pin a comment that's one of my favorite comments. And if I pin your comment, that means you really did an amazing comment. And I love that. Yes. And so I was at the gym today, and there was this lady, I believe she was Muslim, because she had on a covering over her head, like the haji, or I forgot what they call it, but she covered her hair, and she was working out listening to Doja Cat. He was a Muslim. I'm like, a hijab, okay. She was listening to Doja Cat. I'm like, what? Why are you listening to Doja Cat? She went out there listening to Doja Cat. Now, I was like, well, you could have. I thought that you would be listening to some type of spiritual record, but she was listening to Doja Cat. And I'm like, whoa. And I was just looking at her. She was so solid, I looked at her playlist because I was like, what? She was listening to Doja Cat. And Amia, I didn't say anything, but I said, okay, listen to your Doja. And I like to listen to all type of artists when I'm working out. I listen to a lot of R&B. And one of the songs, I know this is old, y'all will be surprised, is Dream Girls. I love Dream Girls, the soundtrack with Eddie Murphy. I want you, baby, 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 baby. I love that. I just love listening to Dream Girls, the soundtrack. I work out to Dream Girls, the soundtrack. I listen to some of the songs. I love it. What other songs that I listen to when I'm working out? I love me some Brandy. And I listen to those type of songs, or I listen to the Meet in My Bedroom or B2K. Anybody that know, if you work out next to me, I'm going to be singing while I'm on the treadmill. I sing R&B records when I am working out. All right, that's what I do. I go out there and I sing the R&B records, and I love it as well. And y'all let me know like some playlists I should listen to on Apple Music. I don't have Spotify, I have Apple. So if you have Apple Music, if you can tag me in a playlist that I need to listen to, it's definitely there. I don't listen to anybody other. If you are YouTube, I listen to YouTubers' music It's a guy, Tremaine. I listen to his music, and it's another group of people I listen to as well. Tremaine. What was the other artist that I listened to? I listened to Zen City. I listened to Pretty Boy Rich. I listened to The Sounds of Blackness. I listen to Damian Crawford. It's all these people. People. I only listen to people that I really rock with. People that I don't rock with, I don't listen to their music like that. I stop. Even these people that release new records, I don't even talk about it because they don't too much care for me. Ain't no use to me sending press to your records. I fool with people that fool with me. All right. I fool with people that fool with me. That's what I do. Okay. And I love the sound of blackness. I love it. And I believe it was like Optimistic. Is this the name of it? Optimistic. That's my favorite song. I listen to Optimistic. And my other favorite, I Want You Baby. Okay. And Nuck If You Buck. That is my workout anthem. Can't Wayne with it. I love that from Kaya. Soldier Boy, Ja Rule, Moo, B Word. I love that. And I love Ayo, AYO, written by it's by Chris Brown and Tiger. I listen to that. So yes, that's what I do. That's what I listen to, and I listen to that as well. And also I listen to Sam Cooke. I love Sam Cooke. All right, so let's get into the topics right now. R. Kelly is 30 years, 31 years. He have a lot of years that he's spending in prison. And I read this book by Jim. It called the Case Against R. Kelly. And I read the book, and when I was reading the book, it got Tasha K mentioned in this book. He reached out to Tasha K. He wrote this book, an amazing timeline of R. Kelly being a pedo. And it goes all the way back to the 90s. But due to the fact that R. Kelly was powerful and had money and powerful influence and working with a powerful entity, and they were making millions of dollars off R. Kelly, it didn't went anywhere. It really got destroyed. People was not going through at all. People wasn't paying attention because of R. Kelly was so successful musically, writing hits for Jay-Z and so many other artists, Whitney Houston and other artists, B2K and Usher, so many other people that he have writing credits. If you look at the credits of the songs that R. Kelly wrote for himself and also wrote for other artists, you would be shocked at the amount of records that R. Kelly written and produced. But that does not excuse the fact of him being a pedo. It reminds me of Larry, using your power and your influence to deter people from calling you a pedo and to distract from that, creating confusion. But one thing I can say, we must hit these people in their pockets. Like Larry, you must stop donating and giving your hard-earned money to a pedo because you give him more energy to continue to violate teenage boys. And Bishop Whitehead were saying that it's more young victims. And R. Kelly, all of his victims haven't spoke up. So a lot of them don't want to speak up because they don't want to be dragged. I remember we had a person call into the show and we labeled her the R. Kelly publicist. She haven't called in since he was found guilty of 30 years. And you have people like the R. Kelly publicists and people that are so much, and it's older women that are fans of R. Kelly that will defend R. Kelly and say the man is innocent. In reality, he is guilty, guilty, guilty. He did this. He did it. He committed this crime, and he deserved to spend decades in prison. Now, I understand that we have other people as well that shouldn't have gotten more time. Yeah, R. Kelly will probably spend the rest of his life in prison. I believe that. I am still a fan of Robert Sylvester Kelly's music. I would never cancel his music. His music have a special place in my heart. I believe I Can Fly. I believe we sung that at our 8th grade graduation, right, Paul? You were there. Did we sing it at my 8th grade graduation? at Perkins Bass Elementary School in Chicago. Did we sing that? Right? In Miss Weathers' 8th grade class, did we sing I Believe I Can Fly? I believe yes, we did. We sung I Believe I Can Fly. And we sung that song on our graduation in 8th grade. I remember that. And I love it. I love the record. I love the record. I'm Your Angel or something like that. It's like I love I Wish. I love that song as well. I'm a huge fan of his music. So no, I won't cancel his music, because if I cancel his music, that set a precedent that I must cancel all people music that committed a crime of R word, mullet, okay, the M word, and some SA, and so many other things. Because, like I said, R. Kelly is not the first, and neither will he be the last accused of doing this. Even Trey Songz, and I'm a huge fan of Trey Songz. People were saying, "Oh my gosh!" Someone posted in my station show, "Trey Songz is an R word. Don't go to his concert." And I said, "I'm a fan of Trey Songz, the artist. Whatever Tremaine, that's Trey Songz' government name, did in his personal life, that's between him and the cops. But I'm a fan of Trey Songz. I'm a fan of his music. I'm a fan of that man's music. So I know how to separate the artist, the man, from the art. All right. I'm not like some of these feminists and some of these mute R. Kelly folks. So I'm gonna mute his music, period. I'm not one of those type of people. And some of them people that's over the mute R. Kelly need to push back the plate and hit the gym and hit that treadmill. I'm gonna move on from that. But I know how to separate the man and the art. And I'm just being 1,000%, I'm just being honest. Let me charge this up. Quick. So I'm not going to cancel his music. No. I download his music on my iTunes. I purchased it, download it on my Apple. It is on here. This is what I do. I always do it. I love music. I love R&B, and R. Kelly will go down as one of the greatest R&B artists. And they said vocalists, and if they didn't have R. Kelly on Rolling Stone, something wrong, because he have to go down as one of the greatest vocalists, because the man can blow, he can sing. Now, what he did in his personal life with those young adults, making them eat feces, boo-boo, and urine, he have to get an account for that. You know, even the great Minister Louis, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, even said that he needs to get help. You know, what you're doing is wrong. And so he never stopped. He had plenty warnings to stop. He never stopped doing what he did. When he got off the first time, he should have stopped. But that is a sickness. And if you understand his history, he was violated as a child, and he in return became a person to violate others. That's the same thing with Larry Reid. He was violated as a young teenage boy. He in return became a monster himself. And he don't like it that people are constantly talking about. He became a monster himself, violating young boys. And the people around him violated young boys as well. You know, because Sir Marco were saying, well, if me and you could have did something instead of you and Larry. That is inappropriate for you to say to a member of your church, of using your power of authority to get in his drawers. That to me is a violation of the book. And that's why them people is false prophets. Yes, they got the money. Yes, they got the cars, but they don't have the anointing. All right? So do I still bump a record from R. Kelly? Yes. Like, I love the song I Look to You that Whitney Houston sang. That was written and produced by R. Kelly. He wrote the record for Whitney Houston. As I lay me down, heaven hear me now. I am lost without a call after giving it my all. Winter storms have come. Okay? I look to you. All right. And he actually joined in on the record when he sung at Whitney Houston funeral. I just when he sung that song. It was everything. When he got up there and he sang at Wendy's funeral, I felt that. But the man have a talent. And like my mother said, it is a shame that he did that. Now, all of that talent and skill is locked up behind bars. And then he tried to go to Storm's show. Storm ain't in no predicament trying to interview you. He too busy trying to stroke his chicken and play in his rectum. So he ain't in no predicament. He wasn't going to ask no tough questions. He was getting on hard just listening to R. Kelly. And now he playing with himself over there on his OnlyFans. Okay? So I knew that the interview came and it didn't go nowhere because Storm didn't ask the tough questions. Storm got dragged. People said it's a fake interview, fake phone call. Storm got upset, started cussing people out, took his exclusive and put all his soundtrack on it. It's the Storm Show. Over 55,000 times. You can't even hardly hear the dialogue because you hear his audio being played over 1,000 times. The interview came and it went. And now poor little Storm stroking that chicken in the Section A of YouTube, in the hood of YouTube. He supposed to be in the T section, celebrity gossip, and now he's in the hood. He talking about other YouTubers now. He supposed to be above that. But he got a man's stash. And I wait for his stash somewhere. Living in this apartment. And Vaughn playing both sides, sending his address to the ops. And that's why he posts the person name in the title. Because they this close of finding that boyfriend he got stashed in that apartment. I'm just saying. So I just mind my own business. But when he interviewed R. Kelly, did not ask that man not one tough question. We invited Larry. He refused to come on our show. We said, we got some new developments. Are you willing to answer these questions? Like I told him in an email, right, Paul? I said that press conference was a disaster. And I said that interview that you did with the drunk and you did with Storm didn't go anywhere, didn't have no massive impact. Milagro Grams, she dragged the interview. And she came on the drunk platform. He said it was ginger beer, right? Y'all believe that. Don't no type of ginger beer got you falling out and wasting stuff. That's liquor in there. Even Milagro dissed the interview. Said it was trash. And that it was inappropriate for Larry to talk about his pain and start asking him how large it is and do he like to lick it. When you being accused of violating a teenager, you supposed to be defending your name, not talking about how much you love to lick pee. And then the drunk. Hold up 1 minute. Hold up, what? The drunk get up. I got something to say. I got something to say to you, Larry. You innocent. You didn't do no wrong. You helped me get my studio. You helped me get my studio. You ain't did no wrong. You innocent. And Larry, he slurred over his word. Gave that man a hug. He haven't been the same since. And I looked at that. And it was a disaster. And majority of them comments dragged Larry Reid and everybody on that panel. So it took 30 years to get R. Kelly, for the victims to get justice. How many more years would it take for Levante to get justice? How many more years would it take for Larry to finally face a judge for his wicked and demonic behavior? Larry caused a lot of drama and confusion in the church sector. We need justice for Levante. I didn't forget about you. The drunk should have had your back, but the drunk was paid off with liquor in a small little studio. That studio ain't even built enough. If he had 6 people can't sit in that little bitty stuff studio. Smell like weed and liquor and booty. Small little studio, too small and stuff. So hopefully it does not take 30 years for Levante to get justice. What Larry Reid did to Levante was wrong. Sir Marco, you wrong for putting a covering on your friend. A true friend will cooperate with the authorities to lock up Larry Reid. So what? You have to get a regular job. You supposed to know how to bake cakes. If you and your wife that like to lick on other women, so what? Y'all got to get a regular job. Get a regular job. How do y'all sleep at night knowing that LRL sticked his pee and played with Levante when he was 15? You must say something. Bishop Bernard Jordan, you supposed to be a prophet. Why you ain't calling out that wicked behavior? When the prophet confronted David, when David sent Bathsheba, I believe her name, husband, to the heat and the front lines in battle because he wanted to be with another man's wife, and the prophet confronted David and made David say, well, that person should die. Whoever did that, they shouldn't live. And he said, the prophet pretty much said, David, you are the man that did it. You supposed to be a prophet. You can't prophesy to tell that Larry is evil, Because he helped you revamp your career. Because many people thought you was a scammer and a false prophet, because he brought you on his YouTube platform and got all these LRL fans to support you. You can't call him out. You must be a false prophet. Sit on down, false prophet. All y'all care about is the money. But in the scripture, it said the root of all evil. For the love of money is the root of all evil. The root of it. It's for the love of money, the root of all evil. Not some evil, all of it. And the only reason why Larry was able to get away is because he buy friendships with money. He pay people houses off to keep them quiet. And then if they want to move on with their life, he gets to his feeling and snatch their livelihood and brag about it. Got his wife looking sad. She don't know where she coming or going because she know the truth. The truth is eating Lisa up on the inside. She can't even eat the yoni right because the truth is eating her up. She did that Patreon show, and you can just see the truth eating her all the way up in the inside. She couldn't even focus because she know that her baby daddy is a pedo. It was eating her up in the inside. Her quality wasn't right. It was eating her up because she know the truth. But she been bought and paid for. Because she don't want to see her baby daddy in jail. I don't know why we on this topic, but when we're talking about a pedo, call them all out. So, in my close on this subject, let not Levante have to wait 30 years. We don't need to wait 3 decades for Levante to get justice. Because he been talking about this on the rooftop for years, what Larry did to him. And so I am calling it out that Larry must be brought to justice. And R. Kelly, you should have gotten help a long time ago. So you deserve to rot in prison. And if I was a judge, I would have made sure that you get the chair for what you did, destroying those innocent women and also innocent young men, because you violated brothers as well as women. You just all the way nasty and perverted. So, to R. Kelly, I'm glad that you are spending the rest of your life behind prison doors. I don't care how many shows you do with Storm, the one that's stroking his chicken. That didn't go nowhere. Didn't go viral. People didn't care nothing about it. It didn't get hardly picked up on the blogs like that. They actually credited another sister, and Storm got in his feelings, got mad, and we had his back. And that was the same man that got in front of Larry, in front of a pedo, and did not credit my name when I was mentioned on the subject. I was the topic of the subject. Didn't credit me. And now he's got a man stashed somewhere stroking his chicken. Needs to come on out and live his life and be free And that's why he's so frustrated. Because if you don't have no secret, it wouldn't bother you if people question about what you do in the bedroom. But it bothers you when you know you keeping a secret. And you only harming yourself. Because if it get exposed that you got a man, it becomes a scandal. That's why you so frustrated in talking about people in titles, because you know you got a man stashed up somewhere. And that's okay. Who cares that you got a man stashed up somewhere? Obviously, you want to get real freaky and nasty. You want to have threesomes with women, men. You want to do all type of stuff. I get it. I understand. But they can't say Wiley name. These people are so weak. My name being... can't say his name. Don't say his name. Don't say his name. But one day it's going to slip up. Because we're going to be talking about stuff. You ain't going to have no choice but to say my name. Because everybody else going to be saying it. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess that up. Hold on. Oh, man, I got books everywhere. One day, everybody going to say our name. And we're going to go viral for the right reasons. Okay. Now, that was that with the R. Kelly piece. Okay. And I mean, they watching right now, all of them, the drunk, in that little stuff studio. Storm, stronger than chicken. He watch. Everybody watch. I'm in their search history. I don't watch them anymore. I used to watch it. I don't watch it. They ain't talent. I'm talenting all three of them put together. Put me, Storm, and the drunk on stage. I'll do all of them. So they don't mention our name. Not even Larry Reed. But we got all the receipts of the money he gave us. But he never would have thought I would turn against him, because that wasn't enough money. If you want to buy my silence. But when Levante told his story, I had no other choice but to give my reasoning on the subject. And to thank Bishop Whitehead for being a man and helping Levante, I probably would have never focused on the subject. And I finally paid attention and listened to Levante. And I understand why Larry was given the $250 here, $250 there, but it wasn't millions of dollars. Now, if he would have gave me $500,000, then I probably would have annoyed the Levante. I'm being honest with you. Your pastor is human. All right. So some of y'all say, I want to do all money and good money. Well, you never been offered $500,000. Okay? Or 2.5 million. So, in my close on this subject, I'm glad that Bishop Whitehead did what he did. Now, Bishop Whitehead have his own issues. Because like I said, we're going to be covering that federal case he got. I ain't on no team. Because Bishop, they say he a con man. So, and one thing I know about the federal prosecutors, they don't pick up a case unless they gonna win it. These preachers need to sit on down somewhere. And y'all be following these preachers. How you follow a preacher that got accused of scamming, got a federal indictment? That preacher should be questioned by the members. Say, hold on, pastor, before you get up and preach, you got to answer some questions. Are you a scammer? Did you scam mother so-and-so out of her retirement fund? Like, y'all got to ask some questions. I ain't just going to church paying tithes and offering, and my pastor is in handcuffs, got a federal indictment. You can go on a site, and his name, Bishop Lamar Whitehead versus the United States of America. You better question that. Your bishop, the country is versing your bishop. And you still going there, praise the Lord, everybody. I'm so sorry. I love my bishop. I love him. I can love him too, but I want to ask some questions in love. Did you do that, brother? Some of y'all are so quick to just fall. Did you scam these people? Because he got a whole case. And we're going to talk about it when they go to trial. Even though I don't think it's going to go to trial, I believe with good comment, Bishop Whitehead's the type of person, he's stubborn. He probably will go to trial. And I hope he do, because there's going to be some good clicks of you, because I'm going to be covering that trial. I'm going to be covering this civil case and also the criminal case. I have no allies with these people. I'm going to be covering. Like, only reason I ain't coming out because they ain't in trial. He got arrested. He's out on a bond. And we gonna cover it when he go. I hope he go to trial. That's some good content. When you go to trial, the numbers be real high when these people go to trial. So hopefully the bling bling bishop go to trial. Bishop got it his way, got caught up with the mayor. Now they saying the mayor was mentoring a con man. You can't make this stuff is public. You can go on the New Yorker. Wait a minute. What did that thing say on the New Yorker? On the New Yorker? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I just want to get to the headline. And it's on the New Yorker.com. How the mayor and the con man, Eric Adams' friends and allies, have puzzled over his relationship with Lamar Whitehead, a Foster Brooklyn church leader. Wow. And these people have churches. How can you be a watchman over people's souls and you a cold-hearted criminal? Well, at least I think if you've been accused of, if you've been indicted, I think that you should allow the assistant pastor to take over until your criminal charges are resolved. I don't think that you should be up there preaching and pastoring a church if you've been indicted of a crime and you got to go to trial. I believe that you should have the assistant pastor or a minister to take the reins until you get your legal trouble in order. I believe that. I believe it. Oh, yes. Now, I don't know if he did it or not. I got to look more inside. We got to look more into this matter. But we will cover it because y'all be sitting there to Wiley's going to cover it. Yes, because it's criminal. And yes, it's a criminal proceeding. We will be covering both. Bishop Whitehead versus the United States of America. We're going to be covering Bishop Lamar Whitehead versus Larry Reed Live civil case. We're going to be covering it both. We're going to be covering both. But one thing I know about the feds, they're not going to pick up a case unless they're going to win it. If you look at the success rate of the federal prosecutors, is in the 90s. Is in the 90s. You look at the success rate, is in the 90s. Not too many people can beat the federal prosecutors. All right. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I'm seeing it right now in the chat. And I'm going to be real with you. I don't have no allies with these people. I don't. I ain't on their payroll. Larry gave it $200 there, $250 there. He ain't getting no millions. Wasn't enough to keep me quiet. Now, if he gave me $50 million, then shout out, I'll be on the plane. I'm like, well, if I ain't playing, you by yourself. I'll be praying for you, and I'm in Paris, or I'm in Paris, France. All right? I'm in South Africa buying property. So You have to defend it on yourself. But he wasn't giving it that type of money. All right. And you can look up that case with Bishop Whitehead. The Department of Justice. This Department of Justice pressed these charges on Bishop Whitehead. And they had enough for an arrest warrant. They don't just give that out just to be giving it out. You really got to have tangible, profitable cause to get an arrest warrant. A judge just don't issue that just to issue it. They have to show some very good evidence so the judge can sign off and say, okay, y'all can FBI, y'all can pick them up. But I will continue to talk about this case, both of the cases, like the DOJ versus Lamar Whitehead and Lamar Whitehead versus Larry Reed Live. Now, I don't believe that Lamar Whitehead gonna get $20 million. He ain't gonna get no $20 million. I just think he sued because Larry was laughing at him. His feelings was hurt. That Larry had a big platform and they laughed at him, and then it didn't show the bishop in a good light because he called the woman Miss Piggy. Oh no, he didn't call her Miss Piggy. He called her Biggie Small. She haven't been the same since he called her. Shut up, Biggie Smalls. And then I don't know if he called the lady Miss Piggy. I don't know. So he haven't been the same since Larry and Giles was making fun of him. And I saw it live. He called her Biggie. I'm like, the bishop can throw down. And if he get found not guilty, Bishop Whitehead can give Larry Reed a run for his money because Bishop Whitehead is more masculine. He can definitely be a great commentator in the church sector. I mean, Bishop Whitehead could be an amazing commentator. I would tell him that. If he get off and he is innocent and he could definitely be a great commentator and give Larry Reed a run for his money. He already got the money. Now, whether he scammed it or not, he got the money, he got the looks, he's intelligent, he's eloquent in his speech, and he could definitely give Dr. Larry Reed a run for his money. Y'all believe that? I believe it. Oh, yes. Okay, let's move on. All right, so where else I'm gonna go here, you guys? Megan and Nicki Minaj. See, this is where I tell you that Nicki can be really, really petty. So Nicki Minaj did a song. Give me a second. Let me pull up my thing in my phone so I can read it. And she's still pressed about Megan Thee Stallion. So they said social media users are reacting to Nicki Minaj seemingly taking shots at Megan Thee Stallion again in her latest track by referencing actor Christopher Reeves' tragic 1995 accident that left him paralyzed. I don't F with horses since Christopher Reeves. She said that in a record. And it's just like they were saying, oh, she's talking about Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, Megan Thee Stallion is the type of person. Oh, Megan Thee Stallion, is down right now because of the Tory Lanez. I'm going to read a couple of the tweets. One person tweeted, ma'am, you 40, cut the gang ties ish, please. I wish you would mature. No female rappers have successfully matured in rap like a Hove or a Nas, trying to fit in where it is better to stand out. Another person says, super freaky granny just can't get Megan off her mind at Nicki Minaj. You push the whole human out of your yoni, but the only thing you worried about is Megan and food. Get your priorities together and a gym membership. Another person comment, Nicki Minaj throwing shots at Megan Thee Stallion is so pathetic. And the more Megan annoys her, the more desperate Nicki becomes. Another person type this. Nicki Minaj keeps sneak dissing Megan, and when Megan responds, watch how she gonna play the victim. Another person said Lotto could wish D word on Nicki entire bloodline, and she'll still direct the subs to Megan instead. Another person responded with this tweet: Megan dealing with her Tory Lanez drama, Cardi dealing with Takeoff's death, Quavo's drama. Them girls have moved on and have important things to focus on. Meanwhile, Nicki spent her whole hiatus thinking about them. At this point, she's beefing with herself. Another person comment, I'm gonna need Megan and Nicki to fix the issue quickly. I can't do this for too longer, child. Another person said, what did Megan ever do to Nicki, bro? And that's what the comments. Let me tell you something. I'm a huge fan of Nicki Minaj. I don't see an issue with Nicki calling out Megan. This is hip hop. If Megan, you need to hit the booth and go bar for bar. But be careful because Megan, Nicki does a great job in her response. The only person that came close to do that was Remy, but it kind of destroyed her career. So be very careful. Or Megan, you could be like, listen, I'm gonna pay it. I'm stacking my bread. I'm gonna get it to act. I ain't gonna pay this woman no mind. It's unfortunate, and I will say this about you, Nicki, and I know you ain't gonna like it, but this is what love. You're doing the same thing that you accuse Lil Kim of doing. So I was minding my business and I saw this tweet on Twitter and I copied and pasted and posted on my IG. And immediately I posted this on my IG and I was getting dragged. But I wrote on here on my IG, y'all can check it out on IG, got 40 likes. I wrote on here, one thing about Lil Kim is that she will always rock any designer piece or accessory before any rap chick or before it even hits the market. And one thing about it is Miss one thing about Paniaka Garbaja, and she will always accept Lil Kim's hand me downs. Lil Kim January 2023, Nicki February 2023. And people was trying to drag me in the comments, and I said, hey, I am copied and pasted. I posted on my IG. I left it alone. I mind my own business. Yes, I did. I mind my own business. Okay? I mind my own business. Didn't bother a soul. And people were talking about my eye, and I deleted them immediately. Because if you got something shady to say about me, call in. But you would never get me to respond to you on Instagram. Hit the link or call in. All right? And most of y'all ain't going to show y'all selves on camera. So, Nicki, you accuse Kim of not being bitter and old. You're doing the same thing to younger artists. Even though you're talented. But you can't take that you're getting older and new girls are on the block. And you mad at Megan for picking Cardi B's side. But this is a business. Just like you said when you did a record with Tekashi 6ix9ine, you said it is business to work with Tekashi. No, y'all calling it, this is business. So have that same business mind when females work with you and they want to work with Cardi. Cardi B is a hot rapper. She's one of the hottest rappers out today. She making a lot of money. I talked to somebody exactly, they said, Wiley, her one album, she got paid. Like that one song, I Like It Like That, she get a good coin off that record. They played in commercials and all type of stuff. She made big bucks off that album. So stop saying you didn't like it when Kim didn't want to appreciate younger talent. And Kim had to learn that. And Kim matured. She's like, okay, She learned it. So now she don't diss Nicki. She give Nicki her props. When other artists, when other radio show personalities try to bait her and Nicki, she cuts them off. And I love that. But Nicki, you need to take a page out of Kim's book and just be about women empowerment. Keep making your records. I love your song. One of my favorite lines that Tay did my pink bot Molly or something like that. I like it. I love Tay. He's adorable. If I had hair, he could definitely put a weave in my hair. Or a wig. He's so adorable. And I follow him on my TikTok. That's all. I follow him on my TikTok. And I was doing my TikTok, and TikTok tell you who's viewing your TikTok. So I'm on my TikTok, minding my own business, and the drunk is following, or mine is looking at my TikTok. I'm like, what in the world? I didn't even know the man was on TikTok. And so TikTok notified me he watching my TikTok. What are you watching my TikTok for? I looked and I was flabbergasted because I'm like, what he watching my TikTok for? I didn't even know he was on TikTok. Watching my TikTok and TikTok notified. What are you watching it for? I'm mad at my own business doing my dance with my nieces. And I get an alert. He watching my TikTok. These people act like they don't be watching Wiley, but they watch all our moves watching us. I'm just mad at my business. Doing my TikTok. And it notified me that he was watching my TikTok. I don't follow him on TikTok. I didn't know he was on TikTok. I get on TikTok when I tune into my TikTok. I go down my timeline. Whatever TikTok is promoting to me, I never seen any of his TikTok until today. I saw his TikTok and I saw what he was on there. But I mainly follow Tay and a couple of my producers, and I just follow their TikTok. I go down the line and I look for like dances and stuff. Okay. I'm like, no, I'm not following. I'm not following on TikTok. I'll try not to follow too many people on TikTok. I just love to see it. Just like I saw Kim Kardashian. It's a Gaza, ooh, baby, it's a wrap for you, baby. Yeah, my niece loved that song. And the only what got me on TikTok was my niece, Naya. She got me on the TikTok. I wasn't paying attention to the TikTok. And so she know about the filters. She know about the dances. Like, she want to redo the dance. So I would have known about the TikTok until she told me about the TikTok. So I love it. All right. So let's get to our last topic here. Kim Zolciak. I want to give a special shout out to Monica from All About Tea. Y'all know who Monica. That's a friend of mine's. I love her platform, what she does every single day. She released content on her site. Kim Zolciak, bankrupt due to gambling addiction and psychics amid foreclosure nightmare. And this was exclusively on allaboutthetea.com, and I'm going to share the link in there as well. They said wasted money on psychics and gambling addiction are to blame for Kim Zolciak's financial crisis and home foreclosure. The reality TV diva's out-of-control gambling habit was well documented on her Bravo spinoff Don't Be Tardy, which ran from 2012 until a 2021 cancellation. Kim Zolciak extravagant lifestyle includes the luxuries, Atlanta mansion, designer clothes and handbags, expensive wigs, Versace china, luxury vehicles, and much more. During the episode of Don't Be Tardy, which aired in December of 2020, Kim, 44, her husband, Corey, 37, and their family went on a road trip to Las Vegas, Nevada. In the episode, the mom of six bragged about gambling away enough money to purchase a whole RV. Just for perspective, the cost of our RV can range from $35,000 to $800,000. Upon arriving at the hotel casino, Kim made a mad dash to the casino, embarking on an 11-hour gambling marathon. Her husband would draw $25,000 from the casino cashier for the day gambling. This is a quote. I would have been up a whole RV. Actually, I had just stopped while I was ahead, but I just can't help it. I kind of broke even, Kim said in a talking head confessional. Kim was proud that she had established a reputation at the multiple major casinos for being a high roller, not for her reality TV fame. Planet Hollywood and Caesars do know us. A high roller who referred to as a whale or a cheetah is a gambler who constantly wavers large amount of money. High rollers are often receive leverages comes from the casino to lure them into gambling floors, such as free private jet transfer, limousine use, and use of the casino best suites. Among the perks offered by the casino to Kim are the limousine rides and the penthouse suites. In the video below, it's seen feeding $100 into the slot machine and commenting that she doesn't get much rest or eat while she's on her gambling spree. Damn. I don't even need to eat here in Vegas, Kim stated in the episode. As long as I have my wine and my water, I don't need sleep. I don't need food. Kim's daughter, she got a Bradley, 25, and Kia, or something like that, 9, both commented on their mother's gambling. With Breely said that her mother spent hours in exchanging hundreds of dollars, and Kia commented, "My mom plays the casinos because she wants money." Press play below, and they played the video. In 2009, Kim gambled away $30,000 at the Psalms Casino in Vegas. She had some small wins here and there, around $250, but for the most part, the money is gone, as source tell Radar. The casino snitch told the outlet that Kim racked up big losses playing a combination of blackjack, craps, and slot machine too. Then, in another episode that aired in 2016, Kim lost $25,000 at the Montana casino. In addition, Kim's gambling addiction, she also spent thousands every year on psychics and other voodoo rituals. On Tuesday, Kim took to her Instagram story to post that she spent over 3 hours on the phone with an expensive psychic. She was just finishing my reading with the best Natalie psychic. Holy ish. Look at the time. 3 hours and 35 minutes and 10 seconds, 45 minutes for $585, and 30 minutes for $485. The psychic's name is Natalie Thomason, whose celebrity clients include Denise Richards. The cost of Kim's sessions was well over $2,000. As Natalie Thomason website states, she charges $685 for a 1 hour reading. Over the years, Kim used a slew of psychics, but the most memorable is Rose, who frequently appeared on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Viewers first met Rose during Kim's time on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she continued to visit the psychic over the years on Don't Be Tardy. In season 2 of Don't Be Tardy, Rose predicted that Kim would have another girl before she and her husband welcomed twins. Kane and Kia, whose middle name was also inspired by Rose, 2013, and the season went on. Kim and the whole Berman family will often seek guidance from Rose whenever they felt any uncertainties in their life. As reported, Kim financial crisis is dire, with her home in foreclosure and scheduled for auction in March. Also, she's been selling off her worldly possessions in a fire sale. A notice was filed with the Fulton County Records by Trustee Bank, formerly SunTrust Bank, to proceed with the seizure of the property. There's an outstanding mortgage amount of $1,650,000 plus tax and fees, according to the Fulton County Records. Trust Bank began the foreclosure proceeding over Kim's 7,186 square feet Georgia home back in August 2022. Plans to auction off the property on March 7, 2023, at the Fulton County Courthouse. It's a sad. And I'm not a gambler. I play. Okay, I'm not addicted to gambling. Like I just now played the lottery. I play every once in a while. When I go to Vegas, I may take $5 or $10 and do a little slot machine. I'm not addicted to gambling, and I never don't want again. I remember we had a conversation with somebody in Vegas. They said, "Wiley, the pawn shops in Vegas is nice," and I said, "Well, because this person was telling me, Blue Sky's telling me, because a lot of people they go to the pawn shop and pawn their stuff to gamble. They have an addiction to gambling. That's a huge percentage. And I'm going to look at the percentage of the gambling. Let me see. Gambling addiction statistics. So 2 to 7% of youth developing a gambling disorder compared to about 1% of adult. That 2 million adults in the U.S. meet the criteria for gambling disorder, with another 46 million people in the U.S. struggling with gambling, with problem gambling. It's a huge thing. It is really, it's just something. Like gambling is such an addiction for a lot of people. And Kim, I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for your children, but you need to get help. Go to a psychiatrist, get help, take some medicine, or go to an AA, go to some type of rehab place. But you're gambling away your children's future. And you should have never got off Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know. Maybe I need to call Monica and ask Monica, why did Kim get off of Real Housewives Atlanta? I don't know why she left the show, because that was a good check. And once don't be tardy, once that show is canceled, there's no more money coming in. It's okay if you out there doing that and you're spending. That's a part of the addiction. You're spending money that you don't have, and you're neglecting your monthly expenses, meaning your mortgage and your taxes. Because if you don't pay your mortgage taxes, guess what? They're going to auction off that property. Now, if I had the money, I would take the property, remodel it, and sell it, and or rent it out, and then rent it back to you and everything like that. Then you put money in your lips. Those are not your lips. Those are injections. Look at that. Your nose, another thing about it. You have gotten work done to your body. I don't feel bad for you, because you decide to go to the casino and you want to gamble and gamble away your children's future. It is pathetic. When you go to the casino, gamble what you bring, $100, and go home. I'm not sitting there gambling, bringing all of my rent money to the casino. Then you lose it, you're going to get put out. Then what? The casino is not going to help you get back on your feet. No. And of course, they would give you limousine penthouses because you're a high roller to get you in there to spending more money. That's just like they allow people in the casino. They think they're smart. You can go there to drink. Me personally, I just go there. I put a little something in the slot machine. I drink my margaritas. And they say you could just drink if you gamble. And them people be in there drunk. I mean, they're early. And mind you, I stayed at the hotel, and there's been people that was there last night up there in the early morning. I'm like, you ain't gone home yet? They love to gamble. Gambling doesn't do it to me. Now, addiction for me was food, chicken wings, baby back ribs. That was my addiction. So I'm not going to act like I didn't have an addiction. I did. And it was food. Barbecue wings. Mild sauce with lemon pepper. So I'm not going to act like I didn't have an addiction. It was food, getting fat, breathing heavy. And my doctor said, you need to go on a diet. And I left there, and I've been listening ever since. We lost 7 pounds. So every day I go there, I want to lose between 7 to 10 pounds every time I go to a doctor visit. Every time I go to the doctor visit, I want to lose about 7 to 10 pounds. And that doctor told me that. So what we're going to do right now, I thank you all about the tea for that exclusive. Make sure y'all go and check out her site. Give me a second. I was reading that article. So I'm going to drop it in here. Monica gave me permission to read it. Make sure y'all, I'm going to drop that article in here in the chat. If y'all want to do it right now, I'm going to drop it in here. I'm going to drop it right now. That's all about the tea. And the article is right there. So if you need that article, Um, there we go. All right. Now I'm gonna open up the phone line. I know it's late, you guys. It's just gone. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that as a TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna open up the phone lines, you guys. If y'all want to call in, you all would be able to call in. So give me a second while I get the phone line set up. Don't call in yet until I get it set up. Okay. Give me a second. All right. Okay. All right. So I got the phone line set up. Let me see. Is it set up? Testing 1, 2. Okay. Let me post the number on the screen, you guys. 972-674-9462. And we're gonna try to do lives earlier, you guys. So I do appreciate y'all for those that do call in. Because when I do the replay, y'all call in so early. So we're gonna try to make the lives a little bit earlier. And that is it. So you got to be careful going to gamble your rent money away. That's an addiction. You need help. You should be able to go on, gamble or something and leave. But they're gambling your rent and gambling your rent away. Where they do that at? Mm-mm. You gambling all your money away, and you lose your house because gambling. And then, just like with Big Mama shared all daddy gambling debt, and Big Mama said we almost lost this house due to his gambling debt, and Big Mama had to pick up extra jobs because he was bad at gambling. Big Mama shared it soul food about the gambling debt. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
This is my first time calling in.
Welcome.
I want to say I love you. And I just want to comment on Kim Zolciak.
Yes, ma'am.
She was so distasteful when she was shading Nene Leakes about having roaches in her home. She had her daughter up there talking about Nene Leakes, and look at her now.
Look at her now. She did say that. And now look at her now. Property are going to be up in auction. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
But that's all, Wiley. I'm going to go back now.
All right. Thank you, sis.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank y'all so very much for y'all calling in and having that size on there. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When time girl, always remember to put God first. Always remember that. Thank y'all so very much. We got a couple of announcements to make before we get up out of here. Don't forget that we will be in Vegas on the first weekend in October. And if you want to RSVP, please do so. RSVP, we will be in Vegas on October 6th through the 9th, 2023. We'll be in Las Vegas. If you want to come, please, you can email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. If you want to attend, if you're coming for the weekend, so we know how many people are coming, and so we will know what kind of party bus to get. That will cost. So we will send an email for that, and we'll give you enough time to come up with the money. So for the party bus, and that is wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Hey, somebody else calling. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show. You what the world? Did she just call on the screen? So yeah, make sure y'all come over there. All right. So, and then also we were nominated for an award as well. And the nomination for the Boss Babe Award. And you can vote right now if you have not voted. You can go to, I have the link for that as well. And my moderators have it. So they're going to post that as well. That award show going to take place on April the 30th, 2023. April 30th, 2023. We were nominated for Boss Babe YouTuber of the Year. So it is definitely free for you to vote, but you must be in America. That is the number. And that is the number. And that is, that way. So if you need me to text you the link because you probably don't know how to follow the chat, you can text me at 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. We were nominated for an award. We would like to win that award. And it is free to do. It is free to do. If you're in the United States, it is free to vote. Okay? Thank y'all so very much for that way. You all can vote. Click on the link. And like I said, if you need me to text it to you, I will text it to you as well. This was an amazing show. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank you to the trolls. Thank you to those that leave it. Now, keep the conversation going in the comments. Like always, we do restream the lives. If you missed it, we restream it because I know some of y'all don't know the video tab versus the live tab as well. Okay? Yeah, some of y'all don't know the video tab versus the live tab. Okay, they called it. Okay. All right, that was it. All right. The video tab versus the live tab. So it was an amazing show. And we will be, whether we win or not, we will be attending the Boss Babe Awards. We will be there to support this award show because I think it's an honor. I didn't go last year, but I will be attending the award show this year. All right. So hopefully that we do win. Shout out to my shirt. I love this black and white shirt. I got it online and I just love the color. And so I was like, okay, I love it. And so only thing I would like to have with this is like some black pants or some gray pants. Because black and white goes with anything. So I only need some black pants, and I wear 50 in waist, 34 in length. 50 in waist, 34 in length. So if anybody want to buy me some pants, because people, they buy me clothes, and I love it. 50 in waist and 34 in length. If you want to buy me some pants. All right. Thank you all so very much. Also, with the P.O. box, we will be checking that for the people that did send us some wine glasses. So we'll be checking that tomorrow and look forward to it as well. All right. Thank y'all so very much for y'all massive support. Thank y'all so very much for calling in. And I know you all will be calling in when I play it earlier in the day. I appreciate that as well. We don't pay for the phone, so I don't care if we don't get any callers because we don't pay for the service. It is free. I was only worried about it when we were paying for it monthly, but I'm so glad we don't have to pay for it anymore. That is free for people to call in. And this is the number you can call me anytime if you got a story. Just send me a text. I'm not going to answer. Send me a text if you got like a story that you want to give us. Send it in a text. Thank y'all so very much. I'm about to go. I will see y'all in the next live. Thank y'all so very much. Bye, producer. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. We got a new outro. I love this outro. We're working on some more stuff as well. A new outro with the same music, but just a new vibe. All right. Thank y'all so very much. Now, members, we will do our members only on Saturday as well. We are doing members only on Saturday, and we will do Station Head on tomorrow as well. We may do after show. It depends on what I'm feeling. So y'all subscribe to the Station Head show because we may do one. I don't know. All right. Later.